Hello, it's Karen from Wild Woman Tarot here. And the reason for this post is I wanted to talk about using the tarot cards to explore abundance or even potentially a lack thereof. Now, I've started writing a blog post on that topic, so that'll turn up on the website soon enough. But the cool thing is that I went through my Smith-Waite deck this morning and just, really in a very exploratory kind of way, which tarot cards can we use to help us move, potentially, shift any blocks to abundance, manifesting what it is you want, regardless of whether that is love, money, health, relationships, whatever. And it's amazing how many cards actually do resonate with this topic. So I'll share some of them with you. But things like, the Death card, the Tower, Death, and then Temperance. Those cards represent... the dog's going to eat his dinner now, so don't mind the sound. He's such a terrorist. So the Tower card, the Death card, and Temperance, they show us what sometimes has to happen to actually get a shift with abundance. And I'll just show them to you here. Now, you all know these cards, I'm pretty sure. The Tower, often this will show up when there is, a relationship going down the toilet. This is a very powerful and very useful shifting mechanism, because what it does is it clears you out of whatever has you constrained and stuck. Once that happens, you do naturally go through a death experience, because you have to look at, consider, explore, and own the change and go through that transformational process. And part of it is actually about, letting go of those things that aren't important anymore. And what happens after we've been through the death experience is we get these beautiful new blooms. I always think about, the cutting back of roses in the winter so that we can get those spring blooms. So it's after we've been through that shocking change that the Tower brings up. We cut out what's not needed, and then we go through that process of integrating what and who we are in the new. And then we have this beautiful budding of flowering, And that's necessary for us to manifest something. Something has to shake us out of our structure, our container, these are just 3 cards that help us through that abundance creating or that manifestation. What else is valuable? Of course, we know the 10 of Pentacles is a really good money card, and the 10 of Cups is a really beautiful energy. This is what we want. We want to experience in our lives this emotional and physical, even financial abundance. And so that's kind of what we're going for on this level of reality in our everyday. Now, some of the things that we've also got to consider, I'm sifting through cards at the moment. I've got a whole bunch of them on my lap. Sometimes we have to really explore our own emotional state, our unconscious bonds. So the Devil is there. Now, the Devil is a card of abundance because things that are underground, in the shadows, think about gold, Texas tea, oil, diamonds, uranium, many things, copper. Those things are found underground. So physically underground, but also in our unconscious mind. So we kind of need to explore the deeper recesses, and we also need to let go of disappointments. Yep. Other minor arcana cards that we can consider. I love the Eight of Pentacles. You know, nothing changes unless something changes. One of the things that I notice about people at times is that they want this, they want that, they want to create change, and I'm no different. I'm the same. I want stuff too, and I want change as well. But often we just have to make the damn decision. We have to make the decision, and we have to do the work and get on with it and begin that journey towards that structure, that idea, that vision, that creation, that dream even of what we want. Now, in order to do that, we have to do things differently. And the Hermit is one of the cards that will help us towards abundance. You know, the Hermit energy enables us to do things our own way. You know, doing stuff the way everybody's always done it doesn't create momentous, amazing things. But when we tune in to our own inner guidance and follow what we're given, that's when we kind of look like a bit of a weirdo, doing things different. But when we are listening to that inner knowledge, or listening to our higher self, our spiritual guides, whatever it is for you, then it looks like we're doing things maybe a little crazy, but that's where we end up climbing the mountain. We are scaling whatever difficulties there are. So, moving from where you are into a state of abundance means that we need to move away from the Four of Pentacles, where we're locked in, shut down, into the King of Pentacles energy, where we actually have mastery over this creative energy, you know, this monetary energy, this ability to deal with things on the physical level. So there's a few cards to consider. Now, in terms of actually using cards, like, I'm not really somebody who uses the term spell, creating spells. It sounds a little too witchy for me, although I have been called a witch plenty of times, particularly by my brothers. I think about magic as intention, yeah? And when we get very clear about what we want to create for ourselves, we can use particular cards to help bring in abundance. One of them is the Sun card, quite a beautiful card. And this can, you know, you think about it, in the summer, the warmth of the sun moving into your muscles, you just relax and soften, you know. And you can see the sunflowers, they follow the energy of the sun, S-U-N or S-O-N. And we've got this couple there looking deep into each other's eyes. They are seen and they see each other. The Sun card is a very high money card. So it's a really good one to use. It's also very much a card of, you know, outrageous health and joyfulness, of freedom, personal freedom, and joyousness, I guess. So that's a great one to utilize. Another great card in terms of abundance is the Magician. And that's very much about being aware of the tools that you have. And the most powerful of those is your mind, your thoughts. And I think it would be true to say that most of us would be very aware of the fact that it's our thinking and those thoughts that we think over and over again that create the beliefs that get us stuck into a particular laneway. You know, am I in the free and easy, I can create whatever I want lane, or am I in that struggle town lane where I have to work so hard to get whatever I need? And there's always a lack, you know. Pick whichever lane you want, you know, but the way that you use your mind, the thoughts that you think, can create those beliefs. And a belief is like a foundation for a building. Everything else, i.e. your life, gets built on top of that. So using your mind and the energy of the magician, big. The Wheel of Fortune is also a very big money card. You know, it connects us in with the goddess Fortuna, or the blackamoor, who holds within her lap the treasures of Dresden. This is a beautiful card to use if you're in the process of manifesting something new, yeah? And of course, the Wheel of Fortune card. Getting a bit warm here, I've got the heater on, wow. The World card. This is about absolute success, the culmination of a journey that you began, and seeing, I mean, we've got the victory wreath here, and it's about perfect balance. Now, when you want to manifest abundance in your life, and whatever that is for you, in order to do that successfully, obviously, we need to be in a state of energetic balance ourselves. And I think that the World card demonstrates that energetic balance very beautifully. You know, the central figure is a hermaphrodite, so both genders are present. We've got the female breasts, there's the male genitalia, all covered, of course, beautifully by a purple piece of silk. And this person, this human being, holds within their hands, in each hand there is a magical wand or a baton, and they use that to keep balance, yes? So here are a few of the tarot cards that can be used in the process of manifestation. So which cards you use is going to be determined to a great deal by where you are in this space around abundance. What's your thinking like? Where are you at the moment? What do you need to do? Perhaps I'll do up a card layout for you that you might like to use to identify exactly where you're at and which cards are going to be appropriate for you to use to create the abundance that you might be seeking. But it's certainly a really good topic to consider and reflect on. I think it is anyway. And it's something that I'm exploring for myself at the moment. You know, one of the things that I'm aware of is that there is an incredible amount of money, of food, of everything we could possibly need. There is so much available to us, yes? But some of us have it, and some of us have some, and some of us have very little. And there's not really any need for that. So yeah, I'm just playing with the idea and looking at my own belief systems at the moment. So I thought it would be appropriate to share the reflections, and you know, maybe we can share some ideas around this. Anyway, I'll pop this up for you to have a look at, have a think about, and keep your eyes out for the blog post that'll be coming soon. Anyway, have a lovely rest of your day or evening, depending on when you see this. And yeah, I welcome any comments or feedback that you might have on the topic of the tarot cards and how to use them, and the energy of the particular cards for creating abundance in your own life. Take care.